Welcome into a Tuesday afternoon here from Loretto, Tennessee, where the Summertown Eagles come in to face the Mustangs for the first match of the 2025 season. Rodney Livingston here alongside of Mr. Mark Pigg from Summertown and Michael Mullenix. We got Sam Crash Camp on the computer over here. Anything you'd like to say before this one gets kicked off, Mark?
Well, beautiful day. Field looks really good after all the rain we got. So I'm just glad we're playing ball on a Tuesday.
I agree. Beautiful afternoon, and the field is. I was rather surprised that it appears as dry as what it does. I hadn't been out on it, but it does. Looks like maybe a little dampness here just before third base. Not sure. We must have had a lineup correction going on here. We just thought we were ready for the first pitch.
Yep.
But the Eagles come in having faced Battle Creek and Lewis County in the district, and they stand at 2-0 in the district currently. The Mustangs coming in having only faced Mount Pleasant and fail in that game. So certainly a big game in the district as always. If you're Summertown, you're looking to stay undefeated in the district and in the number one spot. If you're the Mustangs, you're looking to try to even your district record up, and obviously get a big win. Be a big win for either team here. Summertown comes in having played quite a few more games, having been to that pitch hits for strike one there, having been to a couple of different tournaments, played in one Saturday. Is that correct, Mark?
Yeah, Murfreesboro in the Warrior Classic. We've played in three tournaments. We're 19-3-1 right now.
That pitch misses for ball one. So Aniston LaRue will lead off here for the Eagles. She'll face Chelsea Atkinson in the circle. The Mustangs come in just 2-2 on the season, so 4 games in. This will be the 5th. That pitch misses high for ball 2. I was joking with somebody, Mark. This is our 5th game of the season, and y'all played 5 in one day at Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
And had a good run there. Met a really good Daphne team. Is that right?
Team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in the championship. That's a swing and a miss to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Mustangs come out defensively today as we did last week with Chelsea in the circle. We have Cam Hansen back in right field. Good to see her out there. Understand we got a little tape on the ankle, but overall able to go today. 2-2 pitch is fouled back, and count will remain 2-2. Mallory Corbin's obviously at first base with Chelsea in the circle. We do have Sam Stepp behind the plate catching today. Abby Andrews will bat for her in the 9th spot when we get to the bottom of the inning. Swing and a miss for the first out of the game. It's a strikeout. And that'll bring up Izzy Garland here, playing shortstop for the Eagles today.
Shortstop number 25, Garland.
We got Jesse Chance back out in left, Breeley in center, and Cam in right. Kirsten at third, Aubrey at short, Macy Kate at second, Mallory at first. As Garland will watch strike one there. Chelsea, who has appeared in all 5 of our games to this point, gets the start today. This one's lifted deep into left field. Chance is there and makes the catch for the second out. Mark, we have joked all last week that several balls in any other park would be home runs, but here they're long fly balls.
Yep.
That might have been one there. I don't know.
That was hit deep, but it just didn't carry enough. Stayed in the ballpark.
This is a rather large field for high school softball. That pitch misses inside to Greenlee Taylor here. Chases that one high for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor comes in as a junior here.
She's a junior
this year.
Junior catcher.
Been the catcher for a couple of years now. Misses that one up high for strike 2, so Chelsea gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She's throwing up in the strike zone and getting got LaRue to chase up there, and she's getting Greenlee to chase up high.
That one runs just out for ball 2. Even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here as I'm watching Chelsea shake her cleat off there, Mark. There's a little mud in front of the circle.
Yep.
This one's fouled back, and the count will remain 2-2. So, yeah, it's a
little wet.
It's a little wet right there. She's kicking it around. I hadn't paid attention. She's shaking some of it off of her.
Yeah, they're going to be probably some little mound work during the innings.
Cleats there. Yeah, I might have to do a little raking after we put a little workout on it there. Greenlee lifts this one into shallow center. Breeley's on her horse, not able to make the play there, and the ball's going to get down. And that's going to extend the inning here for the Mustangs.
Get a courtesy runner for Greenlee, be Bella Pig.
Oh, Greenlee, the catcher. Bella Pig. Oh.
She's usually 17. Yeah, 17. They switch out their jersey, so it's hard for me to determine. When I ask what the number is, I'm like, it's a different on different day.
Different uniforms require a different number, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's
Gotta be the third baseman, number 13, Jones.
So Pig will run for Taylor at first. 2 outs. Breeley come way in on that one, just unable to make the catch there. And Jones will lift this one, fouling out of play for strike 1. I'm not a big error hander out, Mark, but I guess if it hits her glove, it's probably an error.
Yep, I would.
So I don't like to give errors, but this one lifted into shallow left field. Jesse's there and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Eagles leave the runner stranded there at first, so nobody hurt on the error. We'll head to the bottom half of the 1st inning, see what the Mustangs can do offensively here. You're watching Lady Eagles and Lady Mustang softball here on the Exports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
Welcome back into Loretto, Tennessee. Mustangs send to the plate Chelsea Atkinson here to lead off the day in a 0-0 ball game. She'll face AB here. Watch ball 1. Swing and a miss there to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So defensively for Summertown, you got Greenlee behind the plate. You got AB on the mound. You got Hannah Jones at 3rd. You got Izzy at short. Reagan Stevens at 2nd. Olivia Woods at 1st. Next pitch.
It's lifted foul territory and hits just on top of the press box here. What does the outfield look like, Mark, for the Eagles?
Brendlyn Stevens in left. You've got LaRue in center and Emily Abbott in right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count here. That pitch gets
low and away. Good pitch on a 2-strike pitch.
to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a little low and outside, trying to get her to chase there.
Same location. Called a ball again.
A run at full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a little dribbler right back to AB in the circle over to first in time for the easy 1-3 put out. So defensively, both teams start out pretty solid, and I was telling somebody, Mark, that we had the tale of 2 teams last week, so didn't know which one we were going to get this week. So still not sure yet, but it looks better in the top of the first anyway. Breely Winters watches ball 1 in the dirt here. Breely batting second. Aubrey Ezel standing on deck.
I will say, just watching AB pitch for the last 2 years, if you're going to get to her early, because she will settle down later on, and she's pretty dominant in the third through the 7th frames.
Well, this Mustang offense has been sporadic, is the best way to describe it. Friday night we beat a Hardin County team, like just we hit the ball and hit it well, but then Thursday night in Mount Pleasant we couldn't get a ball to fall anywhere. So one of our biggest challenges this year so far has been leaving runners on. So of course we're trying to get one on here, but we've left several runners and many in scoring positions. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Breely lifts this one into shallow left field. The sun is all over the left fielder there, and she's going to drop it. And so Breely's going to reach on an error. So back to back. And we had an error in the. Breely had an error in the top of the first, and now the left fielder, Miss Stevens, the sun is screaming down that left field, and she just lost it in the sun.
Yep.
And that'll bring Aubrey Ezel up here. She'll take strike 1. And it only gets worse, Mark, I can tell you, for the next few innings. It's just brutal on the left side of the field. Aubrey check swings here and fouls it back over the first base dugout, which is where the Eagles are stationed over there. So 0-2 the count. Little dribbler. AB picks that up over to first in time. Breely will move up to second on the fielder's choice. But that'll be 2 outs here in the the bottom half of the first inning. Mallory Corbin will come to the plate. Mallory playing first base for the Mustangs today. She has appeared in the circle, I guess, in 3 of the 4 games last week. She lets that one get high for ball 1. So as we were talking about runners in scoring position, Mustangs got one here in the bottom half of the first inning, trying to find a way to get her home. That pitch in there for strike 1. Throw down to second. Not a bad throw at all. The tag's there, but not quite in time.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that throw with 2 outs. If that ball gets away, the runner's going to move up to second, maybe even score. Or sorry, to third and score.
That pitch called strike 2. Mallory's not a big fan of that call there, but
that pitch would have jammed her.
Just run up in on her there a little bit. Mr. Umpire says hit the inside corner. So 1-2 the count. AB gets her to chase high, and that ends the inning. So after a couple of errors in the first inning, neither team able to play to run. We'll head to the top half of the second. Score still knotted at 0-0 here in Loretto, Tennessee, right here on the Exports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Welcome back into the top half of the second inning. Rodney Livingston alongside Mark Pigg and Michael Mullenix here for Lady Eagles and Lady Mustang softball. First matchup between these two in the 2025 edition of softball. That pitch to AB there is high for ball one.
Like we kind of thought would happen, got a little mound work during the innings.
We did do a little maintenance on the field, a little oil dry out there in the front. That pitch stays up there for ball two, so Chelsea falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Still looks a little wet, but as the game goes on, Mark, as you know, it'll get better if we rake it a little bit. And everything else looks. That one misses for 3 balls and no strikes. So AB looking to try to draw a walk here, get the leadoff batter on.
Something we've done a pretty decent job this year is getting leadoff on.
That pitch called strike one. AB don't particularly care for the call, but 3-1 the count. A swing and a foul ball right back into the catcher's mask. So that runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Probably swung at ball 4 there.
Chases that one a little high, which a couple did in the top of the first inning as well. But with 2 strikes, you want to put it in your hands, not the umpire's hands. So AB fouls that one back, trying to get another pitch, and that one's definitely a ball. So she will earn that walk.
Good at bat there for AB to get leadoff runner on for Summertown.
That'll bring up Olivia Woods. She'll bat. Looks like Coach Woods is going to get him a courtesy runner for his pitcher here. Number 7.
Yep, unfortunately.
With these uniforms.
Yeah. Kenley Fisher, that's correct. Yep.
Kenley Fisher will be.
Courtesy running for the pitcher, number 7, Kenley Fisher. The batter be number 21, Olivia Woods.
Pitch is in there for strike 1. Throw down to first, not in time.
Not seeing Kenley courtesy run and steal, so I wouldn't expect a steal at this point in time.
Pitch misses up for ball 1 to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sam come out of there throwing down to first base. I guess she was thinking might be. And that pitch misses high. She's throwing down again. I don't know.
You hadn't seen the scouting report yet, so.
Well, I guess I'm going to stand on this window over here and just kind of see what her leadoff looks like. This pitch is lifted into foul territory. It bangs against the net over there behind first base.
was talking about playing on turf. We played at Bridgeforth, and I know y'all played at Mount Pleasant. We had a ball hit at Bridgeforth that hit right on the line, and it had some spin, and that thing literally hit and just went straight to the fence.
Wow.
So you really have to watch the spin on the turf as well.
This ball gets away from Sam and gets back against the backstop, and Fisher's going to move up on the pass ball there. That's going to run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Chelsea, who had only 16 pitches in the top of the first, is run the first 2 batters here to full counts, and both have fouled the 3-2 pitch, the first 3-2 pitch off. As AB fouled hers off, so.
Yeah, she's already at 13 this inning, Rodney.
This one's lifted into left field, just foul territory. Jesse drops it there. Was in foul territory.
Yeah, I couldn't see if it was right at the fence or not from our angle.
I don't think it was very far into foul territory, actually. I seen her trying to make a play on it there. Unable to take it in, and so Olivia will get another chance here. 3-2 pitch. She lifts this one down the right field side. Cam's coming in. Cam's not able to make the catch there in foul territory. And so Olivia's going to get another shot at it.
This will be pitch number 9 of the at-bat as well. So
Three twos grounded sharply to Aubrey at short. She's able to field it there. She gets over to first in time for the out.
Good play by Short.
And so a good hustle play there. Good stretch by Mallory at first.
Left fielder number 3, Brennan Stevens.
And the Mustangs are able to get one out with a runner on second.
And keep the runner at second.
Yeah. Yeah, she was held there because Aubrey caught it right in her space there.
We're going to bring up Brennan Stevens.
She'll watch ball 1 there. Foul tip into the glove of Sam, leaving the count 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch misses high. That's so far in this top of the second inning, Chelsea has struggled with missing the high and wide variety there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give word advice to our Eagle batters from the line of League of Their Own. Lay off the high ones, Dottie.
Lay off the high ones. Well, they didn't do it in the top of the first, but they've been a little more patient here in the top of the second. I'll have to agree with you. 2-2 the count. 1 out, runner on second. This one hit sharply right over Coach Woods' head and fouled down the third base line. So the count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brennan Stevens here, the left fielder for the Eagles today. She gets under this one. It's going to get back out of play, maybe over the press box. And didn't hit the top of us here. So
Brendan going deep again. This will be third batter in a row going deep into the count.
Pitch number 7.
That's a little blooper. It's going to get over into left field. Coach Woods is waving her around from third. She slides in safely. Ball gets away from Sam there. And Brendan's thinking about moving up to third, but does not. So we're going to have a 1-out single, RBI single. She's going to stretch it into a double.
First hit of the game for Summertown.
On the throw. And that will break the no-hitter there. A little blooper over into shallow left field. That'll bring up Kerrigan Bradburn, DP for the Eagles today. Batting for the right fielder. She'll let that one go outside for ball 1. Reagan Stevens stands on deck, second baseman, 9-hole hitter for the Eagles. This one's fouled straight back for strike 1. So 1-1 the count. Eagles take a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the second inning. Just one out, runner in scoring position, looking to extend. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss for the second strikeout of the game for Chelsea. Comes at a big time for the Mustangs there with 2 outs now in the top half of the second inning. Brennan still stands on second base.
Reagan Stevens.
If you're Reagan, you're trying to flip the line up here to get back to the top. If you're the Mustangs, you're trying to get the third out. Get in here and see if you can get a run to tie this one back up. Well, this one swung on, lifted into foul territory. It does get out of play over on the right field side. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still chasing after that high ball.
That's a hard one to lay off of. Oh, this one's down low, gets through Sam's feet, and Brenlin's going to move up on the pass ball. So she moves 60 feet closer. 2-1 the count. Reagan lets that one get down in the dirt for 3-1. So
Reagan here being smart, try to get back to the top of the lineup. Get on base any way you can.
3-1 pitch here. 2 outs. Runner on third. Swings and lifts this one into shallow left field. Aubrey's going to get back there and catch it in deep short, and that'll end the inning. So the Eagles will leave the runner stranded at third, but they will get 1 run. Take a 1-0 lead into the bottom half of the second. We'll be right back for that after these words from our local sponsors.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tennessee.com.
To take the next steps in taking care of your health, Tennessee Valley Allergy Services can make your goals a reality. Their team of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are dedicated to providing allergy care and treatment, such as drops and shots, to fit your exact needs. Their expert services are for anyone ages 2 and older. Whether you struggle with environmental or food allergies, they've got you covered. Discover a better you at Tennessee Valley Allergy Services, located right next to the Zaxby's in Lawrenceburg. Book online or call 931-325-0757 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back into Loretto, Tennessee, bottom half of the second inning. Kirsten Randall checks there. Field umpire says she went for strike 1. Lady Eagles leading the Lady Mustangs here 1-0. Kirsten Randall followed by Cam Hansen, followed by Macy Kate. That's a little dribbler to Hannah at third, over to first in plenty of time for the 5-3 putout. That'll be the first out of the second inning. AB comes back in for her second inning of work. Only had 18 pitches, I believe, in the bottom half of the first inning. And so looking to try to keep the pitch count down here. Cam comes to bat here with 1 out, nobody on.
18, Cam Hansen.
First pitch swinging. It's going to get back out of play. Foul ball for strike 1. The Mustangs have overall in the 4 games they've played been a little antsy at the plate. Not saying that you shouldn't swing at first pitch strike, but we just haven't watched a lot of pitches. We've had one inning that there was only 4 pitches thrown in the inning, so that's a swing and a miss
Low and inside. That's a
Down
hard
low.
pitch for a right-handed batter to catch up with.
So Cam falls behind 0-2 here. And she chases outside for strike 3, and so 3 pitches there. Records the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Macy Kate Livingston with 2 outs here, nobody on.
Coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 12, Macy Kate Livingston.
She'll face AB for the first time here today. She lets that one stay inside there. Ball 1. With 2 outs and nobody on base, I wouldn't think this would be a place to bunt. That's about all this kid can do, really. She had a good night Friday night. She ended that game with a couple of singles in her last 2 at-bats. So, love to see her start with a single here tonight. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I tell you, just looking out, it's a packed park here. I think you got every event going tonight.
Every field's got somebody on it. What'd you say about laying off the high ball?
Yeah.
What'd you say about that? Well, she didn't get the memo there, Mark. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I think every field out here's got either a little league or something going on, and that's a strike 3 to Macy Kate there for the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles. They're going to head to the top half of the 3rd, see if they can add to their lead. We'll be right back with that. You're watching Lady Eagles.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
And my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
LaRue, we got 1, 2, 3. Coming back in here, yeah, right. We're live and on air, says Crash Camp. And here we are. And we're just talking about who's going to bat. So 1, 2, 3 here for the Eagles in the top half of the 3rd inning, leading 1-0. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Loretto, Tennessee. Couldn't order the weather much better for some softball. Chelsea comes out and misses high and wide for ball 1. Oh, the 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike 1. So Chelsea, who only had 16 pitches in the top half of the 1st, comes out and doubles that in the top half of the 2nd, throwing 32 pitches in the 2nd here. Comes into her 3rd inning of work, and she gets LaRue to ground this one to Aubrey at short, and after making the great play in the top half of the 2nd inning, she will have an error there to start the top half of the 3rd.
Shortstop, number 25, Garland.
And LaRue will be on base with nobody out.
Second straight inning with leadoff runner on for the Lady Eagles.
Turned into a run last inning. Let's see what happens this one. Runner's going to second, off and running. The throw is not in time. The tag comes in kind of behind her there as Garland does the fake bunt.
I think a little bit more on center, you may have an out there, but
A little more oomph on the throw and a little closer to the bag, and she may have had her. I agree. That pitch in there for strike 1. I think that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1, yep. Something that Josh Garland and I talk about on our broadcast is
0-2, says Mr. Umpire. Sorry, Mark.
ball on the outside part of the plate. Go to right field with that. Take that ball right field.
This one's lifted. Foul out of play. And so the count will remain 0-2. Yeah, it's hard to do, hard to teach, but just take the ball where it wants to go. And
like when you're a right-handed batter, you want to pull that ball left field. That's where I want to go with it.
And some of the best hits come into right field off of a right-handed batter, in large part because the ball's doing some crazy stuff, and the right fielder, she may or may not make a good play on it, and so that can be a very valuable shot there. This one's lifted into deep left center gap. Jesse ain't going to get there. Ball's going to bang off the fence. LaRue's going to score easy from second. And Garland's going to hold with a RBI double there, as she hit the ball very well to the left center gap. Just one hops the fence there. And so nobody out still here in the top half of the third. Summertown takes a 2-0 lead. Greenlee's going to come to the plate here. She had reached on an error. Had a little blooper into center field in the top half of the first inning that Breeley just wasn't able to get a hold of. But as you said, Mark, the outfielders have to play deep because she can hit it there too. She just misses that one. Evens the count, 1 strike.
Yeah, left and center playing deep. That's why you want to play Greenlee right field up. She normally does not hit towards right field.
That pitch is that high and outside ball that she does not chase, that you've been wanting them to chase all day, Mark. But she disciplined there and does not swing. She gets under this one and fouls it back out of play for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. Mustangs desperately needing an out here in the top half of the third inning. Trailing 2-0. Runner on second base in scoring position in the form of Izzy Garland. That pitch is high for ball 3, so. A 3-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss for strike 3, out number 1. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Chelsea. And if you're a Mustangs fan, that's a big out there. Very good hitter. And to get the strikeout for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Hannah Jones. She comes out swinging, gets under it. Sam's settling in under it here, and she drops it in foul territory. And so that'll be strike 1 there.
That could be a costly mistake right there. Get a chance to get Jones out with a pop-up.
You cannot give extra strikes and you cannot give extra outs to good teams, or they usually make you pay. She doesn't chase up there and lets the count run even. 1 strike. So Mustangs, who had a glove on a couple of foul balls and was unable, and then theirs. That's about the third foul ball that we've been unable to bring in. So 1-1 to pitch. She lifts it foul again. This one's going to get out of play, so no chance on that one. But Jones, who is a very good batter and has a lot of power, can hurt you in a lot of ways. You would certainly take an out on her in foul territory. She turns in on that one. Mr. Umpire says it's a little too far in, so 2-2. And that one's inside and low for ball 3, so.
Another deep in the count.
3-2 payoff pitch coming here. We're in the top of the third. Game going by pretty fast here. 2-0 Summertown. She hits this dribbler, just gets fouled down the third base line. That would have scored Garland easily there if it had stayed fair. So we're going to have another 3-2 pitch here. The Eagles doing very well in the full counts here, fouling, extending the bats. And just on cue there, Hannah Jones does it again. So
This will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat.
had several long at-bats in the top of the second. That one runs just in, and so she's going to earn the 1-out walk.
She capitalizes on.
She finds her way on after the drop foul ball there. That'll bring up AB here. She'll bat with runners on first and second, 1 out.
See, AB can help herself here.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 there. Coach Woods wants to have a chat with her, calls her down to third base here. The sun begins to bear down on the third and short side of the field. Left fielder all staring. So we're going to have the 0-1 pitch here to AB as the Eagles have already plated 1 run here in the top half of the third inning. There's that high and wide pitch for ball 1. So 1-1 the count here. Chelsea still scraping around in the circle a little bit there. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Good pitch here, low and away.
So Chelsea trying to pitch out of a jam here. She's not going to chase that one, and that'll even the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one gets too far outside, and Garland is being very aggressive there, moves up on the stolen base as the ball goes back to the pitcher.
Yeah, they kind of lost track of where Garland was at. She was getting a big lead each and every time, kind of creeping out there.
A swing and a miss there for the 4th strikeout of the day for Chelsea. Second out of the inning. Big out for the Mustangs there, and that'll bring up Olivia Woods with runners on the corners. 2 outs. She will not chase up there. She got the memo you sent out, Mark. She leaves that one high and ball 1.
So runners on the corner. See if Jones tries to do something here. Take the force off.
That off-speed pitch there gets in the dirt. I think that's the first time we've seen that pitch today. So Chelsea, who throws 2 or 3 different pitches. This one's hit sharply into center field. Is going to get right down in front of Breeley. Run's going to score easily from third, and so we're going to have a 2-out RBI single here by Olivia Woods. Stretch the lead to 3-0. That'll move Hannah Jones up to second.
Left fielder, number 3.
That's going to bring up Brenlyn Stevens. She had a single back in the top of the second inning. Broke the no-hitter. She looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, foul back. Chelsea gets ahead 0-2 here. So the Eagles do something that the Mustangs have struggled with, and that is getting runners in scoring position across the plate here. Clutch hitting at a very important time. She chases this one, able to get a little piece of the bat on it as Brenlin, and she fouls it back. Count remains 0-2.
Should be 3-0. Should be 3-0.
Foul that one back, straight back. I tell you one thing is we have sure fouled off a lot of foul balls.
I saw a basket of them come back in a while ago, so we that's not the largest of backstops there, the highest, and we don't have any netting, so balls can get back and out quick. 0-2 pitch misses high there. Probably not a bad 0-2 pitch, trying to get her to swing there. She doesn't chase, and so she'll see a 1-2 pitch here. Runners first and second, 2 out. She lifts this one. Foul territory over at first base, and Mallory Corbin's able to make the catch there to strand the runners, but not before the Eagles get 2 more runs here in the top half of the third inning. They're going to take a 3-0 lead to the bottom half of the third. Mustangs got to get something going here offensively right after these words from our local sponsors.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Welcome back into the bottom half of the third inning. Rodney Livingston alongside of Mr. Mark Pigg and Michael Mullenix, bringing you Lady Eagle and Lady Mustang softball here on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. AB comes out for her third inning of work here. Face Jessie Chance. She'll face 8-9-1 here in the bottom half of the third. She looks at 2 straight balls here. Gets ahead 2-0. If you're the Mustangs, you're just trying to get a run or 2 here just to get back in this one. Don't want it to get out of hand. A check swing. Chases high there. Maybe you need to send her the memo, Mark.
Yeah, baby's been high starting off this inning.
Definitely a ball there that Jesse check swings at. Strike 1. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. She brought the heat on that one.
2-2 the count. Pitch is low in the dirt for ball 3. So Jesse trying to earn a leadoff walk here, or a leadoff just trying to get on. Runner on base here in the leadoff position. She watches strike 3 for the first out of the inning, and that'll be the fourth strikeout for AB. She finished the bottom half of the second with back-to-back strikeouts. So that's 3 strikeouts in a row here for AB. That'll send Abby Andrews, the DP for the Mustangs, to the plate here. 1 out, nobody on. Abby, the lone freshman in this Mustang lineup here. She has caught some for us and has DP'd when she wasn't catching. Yep, she check swings at that high one there, and strike 1. 1-1.
It is hard to lay off AB's rise ball there. Coming in about 60, 64, 65.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Same location on that pitch. Probably expect the same thing.
1-2 pitch to Abby Andrews. She check swings there for strike 3, I believe. Yep, strike 3 for the second strikeout of the inning, and the 5th of the day for AB, and that'll turn the lineup over to Chelsea Atkinson lead off here. She grounded back to AB in the bottom half of the first inning, 0 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss for strike 1. If I look at it correctly, AB's throwing a no-hitter here through 2 2/3 innings.
I think you just jinxed her.
Well, I'm trying to, Mark. I'm trying anything I can from the press box up here. We need a hit. So that doesn't mean we'll score. We just need a hit. Let's baby steps. Let's get a hit. 0-2 the count here to Chelsea. Little grounder here to shortstop. She fields it there and over to first in time for the out. And so 1-2-3 goes the Mustangs in the bottom half of the third. We'll head to the top half of the fourth. The Eagles still winning 3-0 right here on the Exports Network.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down. Or their 24/7 availability, you can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ. Welcome back in the top half of the fourth inning from Loretto, Tennessee. The Eagles and the Mustangs in their divisional matchup here, first one of the season. I believe we go to Summertown on the 17th of April, so be a couple of weeks before that one happens, and we have the second matchup.
Bring up Kerrigan Bradford.
8-9-1 for the Eagles here. And a swing and a miss by Kerrigan there. Chelsea will come back out for her fourth inning of work. 85th pitch there.
That was 85 right there.
85th pitch of the day. This one's high and wide, and Sam won't even be able to put a glove on that one to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So what started in the first inning as a low pitch count is kind of multiplied here in the second, third inning. Fouls this one back for strike 2. So the Eagles have extended bats with a lot of foul balls here in this game. Kerrigan does it, second strike. She didn't extend the bat. She'll look to try to do it here if it's not the pitch she wants. Should just let that one go outside for ball 2. Not a bad 1-2 pitch there. That's where Chelsea's been missing today. When 2-2's fouled back, and there's that extending the bat. Yep.
Here we go again.
Yep.
As a batter, or as a coach, coaching, you want to see a hitter battling like this.
A little blooper into left field, going to have a leadoff single here. Jesse fields it there, and so I believe that was something a little off speed there that Kerrigan stayed back on and drove into left field. So
third straight inning with Lady Eagles get the leadoff batter on. 2 of those innings they scored, so let's see what happens here.
That'll bring up Reagan Stevens. She shows bunt.
That was away, I think, for a ball.
Pulls it back there, I believe, in time for ball 1. Runner looking to steal. Eagles trying to get runner over in scoring position. Nobody out here at top of the fourth. She doesn't show bunt there, and it stays outside for ball 2. lifts this one up. Chelsea under it in the circle, makes the catch there for out number 1. So Chelsea gets Reagan to get under one there, and that'll take us back to the top of the lineup. Aniston LaRue will bat for her 3rd time here today. She reached on an error the last at bat, came around to score. She shows bunt, lays it down. Chelsea throws to second. Nobody's at second, and so
had Aniston at first to get a sure force out there.
So gonna have a bunt single there. That'll put runners at first and second with 1 out. I guess Chelsea thought as quick as she got back to it, she could get the lead runner there, but nobody was covering second, or Mace K was on second. Aubrey was up in front of it. Aubrey caught the ball there.
Izzy's hit 2 deep balls to left field, 1 caught and 1 for a double.
She gets under this one. Chelsea comes in and unable to make the play there and runs off of her mask. So for the 4th time today, the Mustangs have dropped a foul ball.
Looked like she took her eye off, just seeing where the catcher's at. When she did, she lost track of the ball there.
And that's a ball that Sam catches, and because of her dropping the first one, Chelsea's trying to be more aggressive there, and it causes her to miss one. And so it's just a compound error upon error there. This one's hit sharply into left field. It's going to be foul. That could have been not only an RBI, maybe 2 RBIs, and a shot down the left field line. That's why you got to catch foul balls.
Can't give a batter good like Izzy, a good hitter, chances like that.
And you extend the pitch count too. So I mean, you're hurting yourself in a few ways. This one misses high and outside for ball 1. So 1-2 the count here. 1 out, top of the 4th. Eagles with runners on first and second.
This will officially be the 100th pitch.
And it is ripped into the left center gap. Breeley's going to dive, but she's not going to get there. And so that's going to score 2. And the throw comes into home, but it's not in time. And Izzy's going to move up to third. So you've got back-to-back doubles by Izzy Garland there. 2 RBIs, and that's going to extend the lead to 5-3. So that's where you look back on the drop foul ball, and you really grimace there. That'll bring Greenlee Taylor to the plate. Mustangs trailing 5-0 here.
Greenlee reached on that error and then struck out in the 3rd.
She watches strike 1 there from Chelsea. That pitch misses for ball 1. The ball gets away, and Izzy's going to score from third easily on the throwaway ball. So let's just take issues and compound them here. That pitch misses in for ball 3, I believe. 3-1 the count. She lifts this one foul. It's going to get out of play. I believe that'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Another full count to late Eagles batter here. Probably the 7th or 8th full count of the game.
So with 1 out, nobody on. Greenlee lifts this one into center field. Breeley comes in and settles it under it there and makes the catch for the 2nd out. So Hannah Jones will bat here for her 3rd time today, leading 6-0. Hannah, who reached on a walk her last at bat, would be stranded at second base in the top half of the 3rd inning. Bats here in the top of the 4th. Watches strike one from Chelsea there. Six to nothing Eagles here. They have plated 3 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning. That one's foul, and Chelsea gets away ahead 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is lifted into center field. Brealey calls off Jesse and makes the catch there. So after 3 runs score here, the Mustangs are able to record the last 2 outs of the inning. The Eagles leave no one stranded, but they get 3 here in the top half of the 4th inning to extend their lead 6 to nothing. You're watching Lady Eagle, Lady Mustang softball here on the Exports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air, so I don't.
Welcome back into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Mustangs send 2-3-4 to the plate here to face AB in her 4th inning of work. Brealey Winters leads off looking at ball 1. She swings at one in the dirt to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Mustangs still looking for their first hit of the day. And that pitch in there for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Leadoff strikeout here for AB, and that'll bring up Aubrey Ezel. She grounded into a fielder's choice in the top half of the first, or bottom half of the 1st inning. Was the 2nd out of the inning. She watches ball 1 up high there. She is able to lay off of it. That pitch in there for strike 1. So the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that 1-2 pitch gets high for 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Two pitches.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
To honor the late, great Bob Euchre.
Just a bit outside. She lifts this 3-2 pitch. Foul territory. Right fielder makes a great effort there, but unable to bring in the catch. The right fielder be Miss Abbott over there. She
makes a good dive and stop. Good to see her back and healthy again.
We're going to have another payoff pitch here to Aubrey Ezel. 3-2 the count. She gets a piece of this one and fouls it straight back. So something the Eagles have done very well today. Aubrey's doing well in this at bat. Extending the at-bats with foul balls.
Yep.
And this will be the longest one, and coming with the 8th pitch.
She lays off wisely, ball 4, so we're going to have a 1-out walk. That's the first walk of the game given by AB. Let's see if the Mustangs can turn it into some runs here. Mallory Corbin will come up. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Had a strikeout back in the bottom half of the first inning. Foul ball, pitch 1 there. Pitch right down Main Street. From this perspective anyway. 0-2 the count. The pitch just misses for ball 1. Not sure that's one I take with 2 strikes there, Mark.
Yeah.
That one must have been a little further outside.
Yeah, it was a little bit further out. Let's try to get her to chase.
2-2 the count. That one's in there for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, Kirsten Randall will come to the plate.
Now batting third baseman number 8, Kirsten Randall.
Grounded out to the third baseman in her first at bat back in the bottom half of the second inning. She fouls first pitch back for strike 1. Pitch just misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So AB, after giving up the walk, looking to get out of the inning here, leave Aubrey stranded at first. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and she strikes out the side, and the Mustangs leave the runner stranded. We'll head to the top half of the 5th inning. The Eagles are leading 6-0 right here on the Exports Network.
Cell phone plans at an affordable price, only at LE Wireless. When they say wireless for all, they mean it. With yearly plans as low as $5 per month, they say it's the best $60 you'll spend on unlimited talk and text. Ask about their monthly and family plans. They will succeed in meeting your needs at a price you'll love. And no need to go elsewhere for accessories. Already a customer? Their referral program can put even more money in your pocket at LE Wireless, located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Call today and ask about their free phone promotion.
When I cross that county line, just off Highway 49, it all makes perfect sense. Man, I live for this.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Welcome back into the top half of the fifth inning here from Loretto, Tennessee. Rodney Livingston alongside Mark Pigg and Michael Mullenix with Mr. Sam Camp on the computer over here, bringing you Lady Eagles and Lady Mustangs softball. The Mustangs put their pitching change in, which ultimately spins the whole roulette of the defense. So Mallory comes into the circle. Abby Andrews actually comes in behind the plate to catch. We are going to have Chelsea go to short. We're going to move Breeley over to left. Going to send Aubrey to center and bring Jesse Chance into first. So,
hopefully everybody got that wrote down.
Well, if they're a Mustangs fan, Mark, they kind of know what that, because that's kind of been our. Anytime we change a pitcher, we have to move a bunch of pieces. So the interesting piece to this for me is that Abby Andrews comes in to catch. Not that I'm against that move. It's just that normally Sam always catches Mallory. So this is that the rest of it I understand and we've seen it already this year. But now this is it's a little new piece of the puzzle here. Sam came out in the third inning up at Mount Pleasant, and Abby had to come in because of an injury. And so she hadn't spent a lot of time catching Mallory. So
be a 4-pitch walk to AB. She'll get a courtesy runner here.
So AB leads off with a walk here, something Mallory has tended to struggle with from time to time, finding the strike zone. And number 7, Miss Kinley Fisher, is going to come back in and run for AB. That'll bring up Olivia Woods, and she'll face Mallory for the first time today.
4 straight innings with the leadoff batter for the Lady Eagles on.
That pitch misses high, so that's officially 5 balls in a row there. Not good if you're a Mustang fan. She tends to miss high and wide when she misses, and she has come out and done that 6 times in a row here. So if you're an Eagles fan, you got to just hope that they've got your memo, Mark, and don't swing at the high one. So,
Yep. I set it down to headquarters during the inning.
Good deal. Well, they have followed your suggestion.
No, they didn't care what I said.
3-0 the count. So back-to-back walks. That's 8 balls in a row there from Mallory, and something that you anticipate as Coach Glass comes out here to talk, probably just to settle her down. We have well documented, thanks to Michael Mullenix, that Chelsea's pitch count was very high. So she's almost got to come out. The last thing you want is for Mallory to struggle to find the strike zone. And that appears to be the case here. Mallory, who's had a couple of good outings this year so far, has pitched strikes and been effective. Doesn't look as good here in the top half of the 5th inning.
That will be the left fielder, number 3, Brennan Stevens.
That'll bring up Stevens here. That'll bring up the left fielder, Brennan. 2 Stevens on this Eagles roster. 7-hole hitter.
Yep, 2 sisters. One, Brenlin's a junior. Her little sister, is a freshman.
Bats in the 9-hole, Miss Reagan. She'll let ball 1 miss there as well. So if you're keeping count, that's 9 in a row here to start the 5th inning. Another 3-0 count here to Stevens. At this point, if you're the Eagles, you're got to be all take. And that's 3 walks in a row, and that'll walk the bases loaded. She may not give Coach Glass an option but to pull her here. And that's what we're going to have. So we'll take a quick break as Chelsea comes back into the circle. We'll be right back here on the Exports Network.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street, next to the courthouse.
Welcome back into the top half of the 5th inning. Abby Andrews goes out to talk to her new pitcher, Chelsea Atkinson. So all of that roulette that started this inning is we've just run it back the other way. Aubrey comes back in. Jesse goes back to left. Mallory goes over to center. Breeley goes over to center. Mallory goes back to first. And Chelsea comes in and throws the first strike of the inning to Kerrigan Bradburn. So the Eagles have the bases loaded. Nobody out here. Fouled off of Abby's face there for strike 2. So really a game that's saturated with errors by the Mustangs. Starts the 5th inning with 12 straight pitches that are balls. And the Eagles bring what would be the 10th run to the plate here. She lifts this one high, and it will get out of play as Abby takes a look at it there. Count will remain 0-2. So defensively, the Mustangs go back like they were, with the exception of Abby stays in behind the plate. And Chelsea comes back in. Mallory's only records 12 pitches there. Swing and a miss. So Mallory, who can't throw a strike, and Chelsea has come in here and has yet to throw a ball to Kerrigan. Or at least if she has thrown a ball, Kerrigan's fouled it off. A little off speed, gets under it, but it's going to get out of play as well. And so count's going to remain 0-2. Back to the theme of the first 4 innings there, Mark.
A lot of pitches thrown to Lady Eagles batters here today.
Pitch misses up for ball 1. Not a bad 0-2 pitch here.
No, not a bad pitch.
Trying to get her to chase. Wisely, Kerrigan holds back. So bases loaded, nobody out. Mustangs trailing by 6. This one's fouled back. Eagles looking to add to their lead. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 is lifted into left, out of play down the third base line, and so we're going to have another 1-2 pitch.
This is pitch number 9 of the at-bat.
Chelsea, who's already very high on her pitch count, comes in. First batter here is taking her 9 pitches deep.
The count's only 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go for pitch 10, shall we?
And this will make it the longest at-bat of the game, so.
If I'm Chelsea, I throw a change-up now to get her to chase.
Tries to run one up and in, and that's going to be ball 2. So the 10th pitch of the at-bat is evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one's fouled down the third base line. So the 2-2 pitch again. 12th one of the at-bat. And it's hit sharply. Aubrey's not going to get there. It's going to score at least 2. And Coach Woods is going to hold Brenlin at third base. So a 2 RBI single there is going to stretch the lead as Kerrigan will move up to second on the throw. Going to stretch the lead to 8-0. That'll bring up the number 9 batter, Miss Reagan Stevens here. She flew out to Chelsea her last at bat. She shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch is high and outside for ball 1. So the Eagles with the 10th run at second base here. Nobody out in the top half of the 5th inning.
Chelsea's flied out to short, flied out to the pitcher.
That one misses for ball 2, so 2-0 the count. That one's in there for strike 1. Gets away from Abby there just briefly. She picks it up. Kerrigan's going to hold wisely at third, or Brenlin, excuse me.
See if little sis can bring home big sis.
That one's in there for strike 2. Even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Aniston LaRue standing on deck. She rips this one into center field. That's going to be another 2 RBI single. The ball's come in, but not in time. She's going to move up to second on the throw. And so back-to-back 2 RBI single stretches the lead 10-0. And still nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. As we go to the top, and Aniston LaRue will bat. She shows bunt, lays it down perfectly. Chelsea picks it up there, throws it to first in time for the out, and that'll move the runner Reagan up to third on the sac bunt. And the Mustangs are able to get the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the hot bat of Izzy Garland. She's coming in 2 for 3 on the day with 2 doubles. That one gets high and outside for ball 1. That one's in there for strike 1. So 1-1 the count.
So baseball action there at the park. You got Battle Creek playing the Mustangs.
That one in there for strike 2. Battle Creek back behind us. Taking on the boys' baseball team. They had to swap those games around because of field conditions yesterday. That's one advantage to the turf. You can go play on a wet day. This one hit sharply in the 5-6 hole. Score Reagan from third easily. Jessie picks it up there, and so we're going to have a 1-out single by Izzy Garland. So she keeps her bat hot. Records an RBI there, and that's going to bring up Greenlee Taylor. That'll stretch the lead to 11-0. This one's fouled straight back for strike 1. Lets that pitch go high for ball 1. Misses high and outside for ball 2. So at this point, you're just hoping Chelsea can get out of this inning, as her pitch count is way up there at this point, and unfortunately Mallory couldn't come in and help her out any. That one misses for ball 3, so looking at the possibility of a 1-out walk here. 3-1 the count. She lifts this one into the right center gap. Cam's over, makes the catch there. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So big out for the Mustangs there. Cam comes over to the right center gap, and that'll bring up Hannah Jones. AB will stand on deck. She led this inning off with a walk. Hannah could get on and extend the inning back around. Hannah hits a shot right at Kirsten. She's not able to handle it there on the catch, but gets it over to first to record the 5-3 putout, and that will end the inning here. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Mustangs going to have 2 runs to keep this game going here on the X Sports Network.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Loretto, Tennessee. Eagles leading 11-0 here. Looking to go 3-0 in the district. Mustangs looking to try to get a couple runs here just to get to the top half of the 6th. Cam Hansen comes out aggressively and fouls this one back. Cam, who struck out in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Mustangs still looking for their first hit of the day here. AB is coming out for her 5th inning of work. Cam turns in on that one. Ball 1. She misses that one for strike 2, so Mustangs will have 6, 7, and 8 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, needing 2 runs, at least 2 runs. That pitch misses just out for ball 2. She lifts this one into left field. Catch is made there for the first out of the inning. So 1 up, 1 down here. Mustangs down to their last 2 outs. Macy Cate will bat for the 2nd time here. She struck out back in the 2nd inning as well.
Second baseman number 12, Macy Cate Livingston.
She swings at the first pitch and fouls it by. Looking to try to break the no-hitter here. That pitch just misses for ball 1. So 1-1 to count. Pitch is up for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. That one's in there for strike 2. So that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings in this one, hits it right back up the middle to bust the no-hitter. And so we're going to have a 1-out single here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That'll bring Jesse Chance to the plate.
Left fielder, number 7, Jesse Chance.
Jesse lets that one get high for ball 1. That one's in there for strike 1. And Greenlee throws down to first. Mace Cake slides back in safely. Not sure what Greenlee saw there, but I don't think the scouting report would show that she's a big threat there, Mark. That pitch misses high for ball 2. So 2-1 to count. Swing and a miss for 2-2. Abby Andrews stands on deck here. Two-two pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Strikeout. Strikeout number 9 for AB on the day. And Abby Andrews represents the last chance for the Mustangs here with 2 outs. That pitch just misses for ball 1. That pitch misses high and outside as well for ball 2. That one hits for strike 1. Right at the knees. 2-1. 2-1. Chelsea Atkinson standing on deck. If Abby could find a way to get on, extend this game, flip the lineup. That one hits for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. Down to the last strike here are the Mustangs. Foul ball. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So have another 2-2 offering here. And she'll foul that one back. So good battle here by the freshman. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be the 10th strikeout of the game for AB. And that's how the game will end here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, as the Mustangs will leave 1 runner stranded. They'll fall 11-0 here to the Lady Eagles from Summertown. Summertown will go, what'd you say the record was, Mark? 14-3?
They'll be 23-1 now.
22-3, excuse me. So that's and the Mustangs will fall to 2-3 on the season. The Eagles will go to 3-0 in the district, and the Mustangs will fall to 0-2 in the district. Any final thoughts, Michael, that you got on this one?
I mean, Davis, I mean, that was just an amazing game. Even though the no-hitter was broken up in that last inning, you still got to give credit to where credit's due. 83 pitches, I believe, on 10 strikeouts. Is that
10
correct?
strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than that, especially in a high-stakes district game as this. I know it's still early in the season, but those early wins are going to matter a lot when you get late in that district schedule. So I got to give credit to her today. So if I had I'm going to pull a Brent Thomas and pull my own stuff in here. Liam Church of Christ player of the game, Abriana Davis today. So.
What's your final thoughts, Mark? Got to like what you saw.
Yeah, like what we saw, one of the things we've kind of been struggling a little bit with is getting the leadoff runner. We got the leadoff runner 4 out of the 5 innings, and, that led to runs. A lot of deep at-bats. That's something very, very positive. Of course, pitching's where it needs to be. Our defense is where it needs to be. So pretty good outing for the Lady Eagles today.
I would have to agree. Abriana did as well as could be done in the circle. Definitely shut the Mustangs down. Only the 1 hit there in the 5 innings. The Mustangs do get a runner on due to an error and obviously leave both runners on. So only had 2 runners on base, and we left both of them on. So we're, batting 1,000 in that category today, which isn't very good. And we continue the trend of struggling to get runs across the plate, which we have done through 5 games this year. Again, a lot of games between now and the 17th of April, if the weather allows, when these two will meet up again. Of course, Summertown will be playing their 45th game of the year, and Loretto will be playing their 12th or 13th. But at the end of the day, a very solid outing by the Eagles. The Mustangs got some errors to clean up. Got to get the bat on the ball and got to be able to score runs. What's up next for the Eagles, Mark?
Well, we got Lawrence County this week. It's a rain-out game, so it's probably going to get rained out again Thursday. So it's supposed to be in Lawrenceburg, but depending on probably the rain and who's got the best field and it's not underwater, we'll keep you posted on exports.
Thursday night, the Lady Eagles will face the Lady Wildcats if weather allows, and the Lady Mustangs will face the Lady Tigers from Mount Pleasant. That game's scheduled to be here. I'm going to echo you, Mark, and say I guess we could move it there. Obviously, we could play on the turf in the rain, so you don't want to have to. You don't want to have a lot of district games to have to make up at the end.
Exactly.
So I would love to see that game here Thursday night, but I would say we would move up there before we canceled it entirely on Thursday evening. If at all possible to play anywhere, we certainly would be able to play up there. So again, the final here from Loretto, the Lady Eagles take this district matchup 11-0 here in 5 innings. For Sam Camp on the computer, Michael Mullenix and Mark Pigg, this is Rodney Livingston thanking you so much for watching Lady Mustang and Lady Eagle softball here on the Exports Network.
This is the Exports Network.